right. I think we can go ahead and get started. So, good morning, everybody. My name is Bryce. This is the Belong Brown Professional Development session. It's good to have you all here. We can start with introductions. Again, I'm Bryce. I'm the admissions counselor with the School of Professional Studies, and I'm joined today with two wonderful colleagues from our career services side of SPS. So, Kamal, if you want to start.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Komal Shah. I'm the Associate Director for Career Services and Professional Development. And our office, we support all master's students and professional students in their career journey. And we'll talk a little bit more about it all through today's session, but just wanted to introduce myself for now.
All right, and good morning, everyone. My name is Caitlin Giannetti. I'm a career counselor specifically supporting STEM master students. So I meet with our STEM master students one-on-one, and I also work very closely with Komal to support all our master students, whether that be through some of our programming, workshops, initiatives that we do across campus. So I'm so happy to see everyone here today.
Great. Thank you so much. We can move on to the next slide, please. Awesome, and I will get into our agenda for today. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about on-campus jobs, what student employment looks like, as well as what entrepreneurship opportunities there are on campus. And then I will leave it to Kamal and Caitlin to go over some career services, talk about some professional development, funding, as well as get some interactive practices going today. So once we're done with that, we'll do a Q&A. And that is in the bottom of your toolbar on your Zoom. If you have any questions, you can pop them right in there and we are more than happy to answer them. So if we move to the next slide, please, we'll start going over some on-campus jobs. So on the next slide, I will provide an overview of student employment opportunities. So student employment includes a lot of various roles, including dining services, a bookstore clerk, as well as teaching assistants and research assistants. These positions are really great ways to gain experience, connect with your peers, and earn some income while studying. These opportunities are open to all of Brown's students. However, it's important for international students to note that visa restrictions do apply. And this means you can work a maximum of 20 hours per week during the academic term. And to begin working, you will need to complete an I-9 form and have a social security number from the US government. So keep in mind that these are hourly positions and they do not come with tuition waivers, so they're independent of any financial aid that you may be receiving. To find any open jobs, you can visit Workday once you are enrolled, and the Student Employment Office, which is part of the University Human Resources. So with the Employment Office, they operate an electronic bulletin board listing of opportunities both on and off the campus. Additionally, they offer some virtual office hours to assist students with any questions regarding pay stubs or compensation, as well as the I-9 and W-2 documentation. If you have further questions, you can reach out to them at the email on the screen, student_employment@brown.edu. Next slide, please. So let's talk about some opportunities on campus. I know we get a lot of questions about TAs, RAs, and GAs. What's the difference? What are the benefits? What do I do there? So starting with the teaching assistant, you can assist teaching courses. So we have this opportunity for you, but it's often required that you have taken the specific course previously that you'll be helping with. So for example, this role can involve leading discussions and conducting lab sessions, and provides you with a chance to deepen your understanding while supporting fellow students. Next is the research assistant role. This position allows you to assist with research projects that are not directly related to your thesis. So this might be a data analysis and collection for a faculty member's research project. But these are really good opportunities for more hands-on experience in research methodologies, as well as contributing to kind of your ongoing academic work. And finally, we have graduate assistant positions. In this role, you'll assist with overall functioning of a department. So this is, helping you to develop and coordinate tasks in an office environment, such as the admissions office. We have a couple of graduate assistants. So this experience could provide you with insight into departmental operations, as well as enhance your organizational skills. So not every department is going to offer any of these, but we do have quite a few around campus. And these are really great, just hands-on opportunities. So on the next slide, we will talk about the Nelson Center for Entrepreneurship. So first, the Nelson Center fosters a really interdisciplinary approach to entrepreneurship. By encouraging collaboration among students from diverse academic backgrounds, it helps to cultivate and innovate ideas and solutions. It places a really strong emphasis on hands-on learning. Students can participate in workshops, mentorship programs, gain access to startup funding, and which allows you to develop kind of your entrepreneurial skills in real-world settings. Additionally, the Nelson Center actively engages with the community. It connects students with local entrepreneurs and industry leaders, and creates really valuable networking opportunities and insights into the entrepreneurial ecosystem. For those interested in research, the center supports various initiatives in entrepreneurship, providing access to essential data and resources to aid kind of aspiring entrepreneurs. And there are a lot of opportunities for master's students to get involved. These are events like workshops. You can do a competition for startup funding. There's lots of mentorship programs. There's research projects. They help you seek internships with startups. There's a lot of it's a really great resource for master's students looking to enhance your own entrepreneurial journey with a range of really enriching experiences. And their website is also listed on the screen, entrepreneurship.brown.edu. Great, so if we want to move to the next slide, I will hand it off to Kamal.
All right, so I have a little piece of engagement for all of you today. So I have a few instructions for you to get started. So here on my screen, you will find a QR code. Feel free to scan this QR code so that you can engage in this session with us. I know there's going to be a link in the chat box as well. So if you cannot scan the QR code, feel free to join through the link as well. Oh, I can see some thumbs up already. So I know that some of you are joining in. I will leave this QR code up here for a few more seconds and then we will get started. Let's get to 20 thumbs up and then we'll get started. I can see 14. Ooh, I like this. All right, great. Okay, great to see all of you joining here. So we will start with a few test questions just to see how you are able to engage with this platform. So let's see. Let's test. Which one would you choose? Unlimited money or unlimited time? Have one person respond. Now more. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Wow. Ooh, most of you are interested in having unlimited time. I would like to know why. Feel free to put in the chat box, why would you like to have unlimited time? How would you use that time? Let's see, is anyone responding? Unlimited time. All right. If you're just happy to have unlimited time, that's great. Well, let's see. We have one. You can make unlimited money with unlimited time. I like that. I like that. Absolutely. I agree. There's one more. If we have unlimited time, we can convert it. So similar. I see that. Thank you for sharing. So let's move on to one more test question before some career questions and professional development questions. Which one would you choose? Travel back in time or travel to the future? Ooh, equal. Let's see. Some more responses. Travel to the future. Wow. I would be someone who would like to travel back in time. Okay, so let's see someone who's this time for the minorities here for travel back in time. Why do you want to travel back in time? Let's see. Anyone wants to share in the chat box? Why would you like to travel back in time? I know some want to travel to the future. Okay, to discover secrets lost to history. I love that. I love that. Discover secrets lost to history. Definitely. Anyone else to have more time to fix the issues of today? Absolutely. That's why you're here, to learn more about Brown University and the master's programs that we have. So, why are you considering a master's degree? Put it in your um, engagement piece and we'll see a beautiful word cloud. But why are you considering a master's degree? Try to limit it to 1 or 2 words. Wow, okay, goal, career, to learn more, to make an impact, career growth, to lead. So I'm guessing to build some leadership skills, to gain more opportunity, explore. USA, yes, America is land of opportunities. Further knowledge, wow, community, specialized skills, all of these research. Yes, definitely. Since, as you know, Brown University has a lot of research opportunities and really amazing faculty that lead this type of research. Wow, deeper knowledge, that I see so much. And here we have a beautiful word cloud for everyone to see. I'm going to move on because this word cloud is just growing, and I see some similar answers. Career change. The big ones I see are career growth, career change, research, impact. So great job. Thank you, everyone. All right. Now, why are you, okay, we understand you're looking for a master's degree, but why Brown? Why are you considering Brown University? And you can slide the scale based on all of these answers. Doesn't limit you to one of these. It could be all, but let's see. See a lot of Ivy League, extensive alumni. I agree. That's great. We have really good professors and faculty at Brown, as I mentioned earlier. They are leaders in their field. Many of them are leading researchers. They are, experts in their field who are consulted by government officials, world leaders, um, engaged in, as I said, cutting edge research projects, a lot of various community initiatives as well. So we can see that there's multiple things that Brown University can bring to your education and your career growth as well. Fine. So I want to stop here just to pause to talk to you a little bit about career services. So where do we come in all of this, right? Yes, you come into your academic program, you're doing your master's degree, and then you're looking to grow, either to go into a PhD or to work in maybe an industry or corporate job or in a nonprofit or within government. And so what we help you do is to explore your career, explore the industry that you're really interested to go into. And we also do this through all of the one-on-one advising appointments that we have. So Caitlin, who will talk to you in a little bit, will also share a little bit about what we offer in our one-on-one advising sessions. So what would you think career services can help you with? Try to identify skills relevant to the job or internship that you would like to apply, or to help you market your skills and qualifications to employers better. What do you think career services can help you with? I see some responses here. Market your skills and qualifications to employer better seems to be the popular answer. I agree. we do also help you identify skills relevant to the job and internship. So if you answered that option, that is right as well. So in terms of, industry preferences, recruiter preferences, I wanted to just share and kind of make you aware of what type of things you need to be what things you need to be aware of. So number one, the reason of interest, or why are you interested in this field or in this industry, is one of the reasons recruiters try to consider you if you're a candidate, a good fit or a good candidate for that opportunity or not. Second is the skills and qualification alignment for the job. Do you have the necessary skills that can you do the job? Do you have, have you taken courses or worked on projects that kind of set you up for success for that job? Those are things the recruiters like to see in a candidate. Then they want to see whether whether you have a good personality fit, maybe for the team or for the entire company based on their culture. So these are the things the recruiter looks at in terms of when they're looking at you as a candidate to fill a particular job or internship. So what would you expect the Master's Career Services Office, which is Caitlin and myself for now, to help you with? So put it in here to select which one would you expect. So I see one here: host employer events, review resumes and cover letters, present career workshops, conduct mock interviews. I see some more have a career readiness course. The popular option is host employer events. And then the second one is career course. Wow, that's great. Career workshops, mock interviews, and resumes. So I do want to say we do all of these, and Caitlin will share a little bit more about all of the things we offer in a little bit. So the Master's Career Services team, we really want to learn more about you, right? What are your career goals? What is the impact you want to make? And with that, we help you assess, whether or not the role that you're considering, if it is a good fit for you. Do you meet all of the qualifications that the recruiter is looking for? So we look at all of these details when you're looking to apply for a job or an internship. We also help you in your application process, and some of you already selected what you were expecting career services to do, and we do review resumes, cover letters, prep you for an interview through different methods, help you in your personal branding, such as LinkedIn, and help you build your LinkedIn profile more professionally, help you network with all of the extensive alumni that we mentioned earlier in this session. And then finally, when you are, offered a job, you are at that point where you're negotiating a salary, we actually help you look through the offer, determine whether or not it's a good offer compared to other employers or competitors in the field, and to help you understand better what are they offering. So we help you with all of these details. So going more deep into application of a particular job or internship, which resume do you think would be more successful in landing you an interview? A general resume that is applicable to all roles, or an industry resume tailored to the position? Which one do you think would be more successful? Right, I see. The popular answer is the industry resume. I see some general resumes are gaining popularity as well. Let's see if we can get a few more answers. Okay, so it seems like the industry resume is winning, and I agree. We recommend all of our students to build resumes specific to the industry. Sometimes I even go more into depth with that, saying that if it's a separate, like if it's a specific type of job or job title, then build a resume specific to that as well. So I agree. Thank you for kind of being able to agree with me about the industry resume. So I'm going to ask all of you to participate in a little bit of bullet point revision, right? For example, if you have this bullet point, I was responsible for communicating with the team. How would you rewrite this bullet point to make maximum impact to attract a recruiter? How would you rewrite this bullet point? I'm going to give you a little more time because this is a answer, like an answer you need to type out. How would you start? My bullet point formula is to start with an action word, then say what you did, your tasks, your duties, and then finally give a result or an impact. You can use any sort of numbers or metrics to highlight some of those details as well. So try to use some of these tricks to rewrite this bullet point. Let's see. Collaborated successfully with a team of, and the number, great. What else though? Like, that doesn't tell me more. So think about what else you could say. I was the go-to person for the X team regarding business updates from upper management. This is great. I exercised communication and team building skills through my responsibilities as team leader, successfully led communication efforts with a cross-functional team, ensuring 30% increase in project efficiency and meeting 100% of the deadlines. I love that answer. Yeah, there's another one here, managed team communication, facilitating efficient collaboration and ensuring alignment among all members, resulting in a 20%, let's see if I can, oh, there you go, 20% increase in project completion speed and wow, this is a long, okay, and a 15% improvement in team product. And let's see, increased team productivity, 25%. This I don't know if it's the continuation of the previous bullet point, carried out tasks with human resources team. This doesn't tell me more, like need to know more about this as well. Led effective communication and collaboration with a cross-functional team, ensuring seamless coordination and alignment. I like all of your answers. One recommendation that I usually give my students is start with an action word. So many of you who started with I, if you just take out the I, that's a good way to say start with exercised. Here I see exercised communication and team building skills could be one. Or you could say carried out tasks could be another. This one is good. You could, instead of saying I successfully led, you could say just led communication efforts. The successfully is a subjective word. And so I would say showing this percentage point actually shows that you were successful. So you've done a really good job. All right. All of your answers are great. And I'm going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so this is a 2x2 grid, and I wanted to explain it to you. Based on the effort you need to put, how much impact would you expect your resumes to have in your job search? In terms of your resumes, your interview prep, your networking, and analyzing the job description. How much effort do you think you need to put for all of these? Do you need to put a lot of effort in your resumes? And how much impact would that have? So let's see how you can plot. Analyzing job is most effort, most impact. Resumes is also, all of them are on the top half of the quadrant. That's good. All right, I see some more answers. Now it's moving closer down. Great. Let's see. What do we have? All right. Most of that, all of these show that there's a lot of effort that you need to put in to make it most impactful in terms of getting an interview, getting the job offer. For me, I like to say that the effort can be for analyzing the job description is lower. For resumes, it will be somewhere in the middle of the lower two halves of the grid. And then I think interview prep is definitely high and networking is also high. So great job, everyone. I think most of you have kind of identified that all of these are very, oh, here we see a breakdown. So, oh, that's great. Okay. So let's start with resumes. So resumes, we see a lot of you want to to put in most effort to show more impact. I see some of you have put it in the middle. I like that too. Interview prep, a lot of effort will bring you a lot of impact. I agree. Networking is also, I would say, a lot of effort goes into it because sometimes you're reaching out to people and they don't respond or it just takes time. And so it is more effort as well. Then finally, analyzing the job description. As you can see here, many of you put it up on the fourth upper right quadrant as well. As I said, for me, I feel like I usually would put it somewhere in the lower one. So the ones who put it on the lower boxes, I agree with you. All right. With that, I think we are at the end. Thank you so much for participating. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Awesome. Kamal, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Awesome. So if we want to move to the next slide, I will hand things over to Caitlin, and she can talk about the career services offered at Brown.
Well, thank you, Bryce. All right. Hello, everyone again. So we just wanted to preface with this data point that students who use career services are 24% more likely to get job offers. So we encourage all our Brown students to meet with us, whether that's myself or Komal, at least once a semester or as much as you need, in hopes of that's going to get you the offer you want, the job you want, the goals the career goals that you're setting for yourself, helping you achieve career success. So as Brown students, we do really encourage you to take advantage and really leverage our services, which we're going to be talking about in the next few slides. So if you can go to the next slide, that'd be great. All right, so Komal and myself, as a small team of two, we do a lot with students to help support your career and professional development. So you heard Kamal mention that we do offer individual one-on-one coaching sessions. During our coaching sessions, they're 30 minutes long. We have virtual and in-person appointments, and we will have 30-minute appointments to do resume and cover letter reviews, or also review your LinkedIn profile, taking a deeper look at these, helping you understand, how do I write a stronger bullet point, or how do I format my resume for a specific industry or specific role. We can also help you begin to tailor your resume, right? We talked a little bit about how it's better to tailor your resume to that industry or job to make it more impactful and effective. So we can certainly help you with things like that as well. In addition to that, we also do 30-minute career advising appointments. And these are more based on helping you to identify the jobs, the industry that you're best suited to your skills, your interests, helping you begin those job search strategies. Whether you're looking for a full-time position, an internship, a co-op, we can really help individualize that session to make sure we're meeting your needs. In addition to that, we also do mock interview appointments. These are a little bit longer. We offer 50-minute appointments to help you prepare for an upcoming interview. We really try to focus on more of the behavioral type interviews, but we do have resources to share with you if you're interested in interviews like case interviews, technical interviews, but our specific mock interview appointments are more based on helping you prepare for those behavioral type questions, such as, tell me about a time you had to practice leadership, right? Or tell me about a time you had to work in a team and what role you played and the impact you made. So if you ever have an upcoming interview, we will help prepare those questions for you, help you feel confident and ready to go. In addition to that, our normal hours of appointments are about 9 to 4:30, but every Thursday, and we might be extending these going forward, but every Thursday we also offer evening appointments from 5 to 6:30 p.m. We understand that a lot of students, you're busy, you might already have a job or an internship, you're busy with your classes. So we want to make sure that we're available to you outside of those normal working hours as well. In addition to our one-on-one appointments, we also offer virtual workshops during our fall and spring semesters. So we host a variety of virtual workshops on Zoom, including resume and cover letters, interview preparation, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile and really leverage that for possibly networking, job search strategies. We also offer additional workshops on salary and offer negotiation and many different topics. So we do have virtual workshops throughout both semesters, so always be on the lookout for those as well if that's something you'd like to attend more in a group setting. You can go to the next slide. So in addition to our one-on-one appointments, as well as our virtual workshops, we also do a lot of engaging programming and initiatives across campus. So I saw that a lot of you said you expect Career Services to offer a career course. Well, great news, we do. This past, or actually a few weeks ago, we offered a 2-day crash course. It was a Friday and Saturday from about 9 to 3 p.m. And we covered a variety of different topics, getting you ready for your job search or internship search, right? Whether that be talking about specific strategies, talking about how to enhance your resume, how to negotiate, right, with a recruiter or a hiring manager. So we offer this intensive 2-day class to help you feel ready to go, to help you begin to practice these strategies. And what's also really unique to our Career Launchpad course is that we integrate working sessions for you so you can begin to work on your application materials. You can get feedback from Komal and myself as well. You get to engage with your peers and get peer feedback. So it's a really great course that we try to host at least once a semester to help you feel ready for your job search and your career goals. In addition to that, we also do a lot of program-specific events. So you might see us in the classroom. We get a lot of requests from faculty or specific programs to come in and tailor a workshop or tailor an event to a specific group of students. So you might see us across campus or in your classes working with you specifically. We also have a master's newsletter and different resources that I will talk about in a little bit. Our master's newsletter goes out once a month, and that includes all of our amazing resources and support that we have for master's students at the career level, but also at more of the community engagement level, different events that are happening, different student spotlights so you can hear from your peers. So definitely look out for that as well. We also do campus partnership events. So outside of the classroom, we work with so many different partners across campus. For instance, this fall semester, we're going to be working with our global center here at Brown, as well as our international office to do a specific communications and networking event for international students. So that's just one example of how we're collaborating with partners across campus. In addition to that, we can help you connect with alumni, understanding how to, begin those conversations, how to reach out, right? Maybe send a cold email or connect with someone on LinkedIn. But we also offer events that are bringing alumni to campus, whether it be virtually or in person, to connect with you and begin those relationships. And then we also do signature events. These are more of our reoccurring events that we try to do at least once a semester or once a year. A couple examples of that might be our resume road trip, where a couple times, maybe 2 to 3 times a semester, we're going up to the main campus because we're located in the jewelry district. So we'll go up to College Hill. We'll come to where the students are, where you're taking classes. We'll have a 2-hour drop-in session where you can come and get your resume reviewed, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile. Another example, we just did a mock career fair section last week where students are getting ready for the career fair. We're helping you feel confident, learn how to talk to a recruiter, understanding what to expect at a career fair, right? How to feel ready to go, feel comfortable in that atmosphere. So those are just a couple signature events that we try to host at least once a year. You can go to the next slide. All right, and we also have a master's student professional development fund. We understand that this is an incredibly important part of you as a student and wanting to enhance your professional development, right? Whether that's going to a conference, attending a seminar. So we do have a professional development fund where you can apply for up to $500, I believe, over the academic year. And that's to support your attendance at professional workshops, a professional conference, trainings. This can be in person or virtual. It can cover things such as travel, hotel, conference admission. So if that is something you are interested in, you would apply through our system called UFunds, and Komal would probably be your best point of contact if you had additional questions about that as a Brown student. You can go to the next slide. All right, so I told you all about our workshop, our events that we do. I wanted to give you kind of a little snippet, some good visuals for you to understand what some of these events might look like and just see what we've done in the past or currently doing. So you can see a lot of the things I mentioned, such as our virtual workshops, like ACE Your Interview, job and internship strategies, revamping your resume. This past summer, we also hosted a consulting insight series. So we have a lot of students here at Brown, master students who are interested in going into the consulting field. So we hosted a series of workshops over the summer from job and internship strategies, how to craft a resume specifically for the consulting industry. And we also brought in a outside company that did really in-depth, extensive training on case interviewing, since we know that is it can be incredibly challenging, but also very specific interviewing techniques. Also, a couple other things I wanted to highlight. We can see Career Launchpad. That's the 2-day course I talked about. Earlier this year, we also brought in a AI expert, and he helps students understand how to effectively leverage and use AI, really using ChatGPT for your job search, for your interviews, just for your career, and professional development in general. So we're really trying to think innovatively and strategically how we can support master students here at Brown across a variety of different areas, and through a variety of different events and workshops and initiatives as well. We can go to the next slide. All right, and the last thing that we want to share with you is our virtual career center specifically for our master students. So this is our website, and feel free to scan the QR code, and Komal just included the link in the chat box. This is a website curated just for master students here at Brown University. We have a variety, so many free, amazing resources on this site, anywhere from specific types of people or specific types of groups of people, different affinities, whether you're an international student, an executive student. We have different resources there for you. We have different resources based on career paths, right? Whether you're interested in going into, let's say, biotechnology, right? Or consulting, entrepreneurship. You can go and explore our many different resources we have based on that specific industry or pathway. And those might range from different job boards, more niche job boards, different job simulations. So we have a job simulation section where you can go in and put yourselves in the shoe of, let's say, a consultant at a really big top firm, right? These are typically 3 to 6 hours long, self-paced, but giving you that experience of what it's like to be in that career. We also filter in a lot of jobs and internships through Handshake, which is our one-stop kind of career place for students at Brown. And then we also have different career skill resources for you. So we've created so many different resources. We've tied in a lot of different resources from external websites as well, ranging from different scripts on how to negotiate, or different scripts on how to network, how to build an effective bullet point, or we have a resume template for you. So I just want to stress again that there are so many different things on this website that you can take advantage of and really leverage for your career success here at Brown. And that's all we have for you. I think we're going to jump into Q&A.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Caitlin and Kamal. That was really wonderful. So if you do have Q&A, please feel free to put that in the Q&A box on your Zoom toolbar, and we will be happy to answer them. If you go to the next slide, we've got our contact information. So we'd love to hear from you. We'd love it if you stay connected. If you have any questions after the session, or something you feel like didn't get answered, you can feel free to reach out to us. masters_admissions@brown.edu is the best email to get a hold of us. All right, so let's start getting into some Q&A. Let's see. So one of our first questions that I'm seeing is, what are some of your application tips? I think that this is a great place to kind of connect the skills that we talked about today with resume building. Building that best resume, put more effort into it, you kind of get better results. And I think that is true for a lot of the aspects of the application. Take the time, start now, really get a head start, put your best effort into it. I know that a lot of programs require something like a personal statement or a statement of purpose. Make that really true to who you are. We know who ChatGPT is. We don't want to know who ChatGPT is on your application. We want to know you. And then with letters of recommendation as well, they don't all need to be academic, especially if you've maybe taken a few years after graduating before starting into your master's. But make sure these are people that know you, know your work ethic, know your work style, what kind of thought process do you put into problem solving. Recommenders like that will be really useful. So let's see. I've also got my colleagues Holly and Victoria answering some questions, typing away in the chat. Okay, so another question. I'm wondering if Brown University students have access to online learning platforms such as Coursera, LinkedIn, or Credly. Would our career services team know that answer?
Yeah, so specifically LinkedIn Learning, you do have access to as a Brown student, and also on our career website that I just shared with you. If you were to go into like a specific career pathway, and on that, if you were to scroll to the very bottom, there is a list of LinkedIn learning classes specific to that industry or specific to that pathway based on a variety of different skills you can explore. So definitely you have access to LinkedIn Learning. I don't think you have access as a Brown student to the other ones, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know if Kamal, you know.
No, I think that is what we have, but we do have other, I would say in terms of interview prep, we have a lot more interview prep resources for cases, as well as now even tech companies and tech industry is asking case questions. And so we kind of help you prepare on how to work through a case as a product manager, or if you have a coding question, we have resources that will, ask you and give you tips on how to answer those questions well.
Great, thank you so much. Our next question, do international students usually face more of a problem in finding jobs and internships, and how could Brown help with that?
Yes, I would say international students usually do face it's a little harder for them to get a job or find a job or internship. What we do is we definitely inform you about all of the things you need to do to, in terms of networking with various, professionals or alumni. And we also have resources in terms of InterStride, which is a really great platform for you to network with other international students who have had or have, been able to find a job or internship at within the US. And we also, that resource shares a number of top, like they have a list or a database of 1,000 employers, more than 1,000 employers who sponsor visas and for H-1B or accept OPT. We also use a system called Handshake, where employers can select whether or not they're accepting OPT or whether or not they will sponsor for a particular job. And that's a filter that you could use. So we have tools that will help you to be more successful in your job search. and maybe target those companies that you will be sponsored at instead of smaller companies. There are other organizations such as startups, when they might not know much about sponsorship. So we help you educate them about what that process can look like as well. So we are there to support you in all of those processes.
Awesome, thank you. Our next question in here is for the application fee waivers for attendees. Does it get automatically applied to my application? Or do I get something individually? And the answer to this is it will apply automatically to your application. So typically when you apply, when you want to submit your application, you will be faced with a paywall to pay that application fee. But in the case of our attendees today, you will be able to submit your application and that paywall will just not come up for you. It'll be skipped because you have already gotten the fee waiver, so you've technically already paid. So the attendees for today will be getting application fee waivers, and it just makes it one step easier when submitting your application. Our next question, can I still view the questions after the event? While you won't have access to the full list of questions, we are recording. We've been recording this session, so we will send that recording to you after. And then you can just skip right ahead to see the questions if that's what you would like. Let's see. So yes, the fee waiver will just be applied to your account. These application fee waivers, they don't apply to next year. They will only apply for this year's recruitment cycle. Let's see, does Brown help with visa date appointment and processing? Would they help with career services with finding visas for student workers?
I think I can answer the first half of the question, which is like the International Student Office, which is OISSS, they help with processing your visa. You do need to complete your part in terms of applying for your OPT or CPT by filling in the form. The process then goes to OISSS. If it's CPT, it should be approved in within 2 weeks, but if it's OPT, that goes to the US government and that can take up to 3 to 4 months to be approved.
Great. Our next question, are all the programs in person? And is it possible to continue working during your master's programs? Most programs are in person. We are offering some online options now, but it is possible to continue working. There are a few limitations. If you are an international student, like I said, it's limited to 20 hours a week. And some programs have other kind of structures for that, but most of our master's students, I believe, do work concurrently. All right. Well, then I am going to ask for a last call for any professional development or career services questions, so we can get those for our career services people and helpers for today. And then we will just kind of sit around and help answer all of the rest of these application-specific questions in the chat. Okay. Well, then I think that's all of our, oh, let's see. Is there someone I can reach out to for this session? So you can reach out. I will share our masters_admissions email in the chat, and it is on the screen as well. If you do have any questions, please reach out to us there. Awesome. Well, I believe that is it for our career services folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Awesome. And then my team and I will remain here, just kind of answering the questions as they come up in the Q&A. All right, that looks like all of our questions. Thank you so much for taking the time to out of your day to spend some time this morning with us. We really appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. But otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye.